Hey guys, another casual review. If you watched my video on the Lalo Shadow boots that I bought, those are some expensive boots and they fell apart so fast they're probably the second worst shoes I've ever bought in my life after the like $15 Payless shoes I bought back in 1980. They were just garbage. I almost think they could have been counterfeits or they're just extreme garbage. Lalo, Lalo. So I decided to just go with some cheap shoes. These are just bought locally. They're like $50 or something. They're just some whatever. They're called Super Sport shoes. I don't know who really makes them, but there's a brand of sports stores called Super Sports here. I did put in some insoles because the stock insoles were complete garbage. Being a cheap shoe, the only problem with this one is when you tighten up this top lace here, the plastic or this metal rivet digs into my ankle. It's very uncomfortable. But also, these little stretchy shoelaces are just not good. They stretch, right? So the last time I didn't tighten my shoes enough, look what happened to my toenail. Right? That's because I'm slamming into the front of that boot. And it also happened on this side to a lesser extent, right there, right? So you really have to tie down your ankles, otherwise your toes are going to ram up against the front of your boot, and that's not a good thing. So today we're going to try something out. I've never bought these loose before. They're like boa laces. I have these on my bicycle riding shoes, and they work fantastic. I don't know why more shoe brands, like normal hiking, running shoe companies, don't use these. They're great. Anyways, I bought this off Aliexpress like most other things. I have no affiliation. Buy this stuff wherever you want, or don't buy it at all. I'm just doing this because I like airsoft. I mean, technically this isn't even an airsoft video. Alright, let's see what comes in this little bag here. What is this? Stickers. They're thick rubbery stickers, probably to help this thing stick on. And then the laces are really thin, and there's a... Let's see how long they are. Yeah, these are some thin laces because they have to loop around that winding mechanism. Oh, they're over 2 feet long. Maybe it's half a meter. I like to mix up my measurements just to screw with you guys. Alright. So, I don't even know how this goes together. I'm gonna guess this pops in there. There's a, bunch of teeth here. Ribs, teeth, whatever you want to call it. And then this also has a bunch of ribs and teeth. But it has a hole, so I'm gonna guess the lace has to be maybe tied off in there. I think I'm going to have to actually go back to the Aliexpress listing and see if there's instruction manuals. So let me go and do that before I pop that in. I'm afraid if I pop it in, it might not come out again. Alright, there were instructions on that Aliexpress listing. And by the way, these things were like $2.20 delivered. So you really can't expect much. But I think they're going to work pretty well. I already tried the other one. So you got to put these laces in like this. So they're coming in through the front. And these two things are towards the bottom of the shoe. Alright, so it goes in through this hole right here. Alright, so now you gotta have enough slack though so you can take the shoe off, obviously. Maybe, well, you know what, I'll figure out the slack after. After you get that done, hold on, you gotta put on this thing with the gear on downwards towards that black thing. So this goes in this side, and the other waist goes in from the other side. Alright, so that's going to pop in like that. Now cinch it down, and then what I'm going to do is take the shoe off, and I'm going to tie a knot in that lace. So there, my shoe is off. And that's basically how much slack I want to have, before I tie this into a knot. That's two. I think that's not tight enough though. So tie that off, and you're supposed to cut off the extra, but before I do that, it doesn't say to do this. I'm going to just add super glue there so that thing doesn't unravel. Again, this is optional. Alright, super glue saturated that lace. Now I'm going to cut off the extra bit. I guess you could also take a lighter to it and melt the ends together. Now, pull that back. So there's a recess here for that knot to sit in. Now you'll see this knob has a wide, try to focus, this is wide, this is narrow, and so the base has the same corresponding thing. I popped in the wide one first, and then I popped the narrow one there, and then I'm pretty sure this sticker is to cover up all this mess. And then I think you could even pull this red backing off and have that stuck to the shoe, but I'm not going to bother doing that right now. Alright, so now you just start winding. So that's pretty tight. I can actually feel that lace kind of digging in. So the real question is, will this hold up? You know, will it pop loose? Because watch, I'm gonna now undo it. I'm gonna pull on this thing, and it's gonna just pop open. See? So a quick release, so you can get your shoe off in relatively quick way to put it on. But naturally, the more slack you have, the more winding has to occur. Hold on, I think it's upside down. All right. So there it is. There you have it on the other shoe. Yeah, BB shots. So I'm gonna go play a full day tomorrow. You know, like 6 hours of gameplay or something, and we'll see if they hold up. Well, I tried them out for 3 full days, and I feel like they loosened a little bit, but not much. So for the price, I think these are pretty good. The ultimate test would be to actually put these on running shoes and go for like a run, but I don't feel like doing that. I realized the way I set it up, though, I think I had too much string, so I ended up actually just tying a knot here. And the reason why is I don't think you can ever open these after you close it. You see, I literally tried to force that tooth inwards and push it out. Same with that one. And I did it over here as well. And it's just, once you put it together, it's never coming apart again. So keep that in mind. Yeah, so the reason why I'm showing you this video today is because I bought these cheap shoes. There must have been like $50, and they've already fallen apart. I'll show you here. Let me cut the laces off, because the sole literally has BBs and like light shining through it. It's kind of crazy. So I thought I'd share this. So this thing, right? Look at that. The actual sole isn't even a solid piece of foam. It has rib structures much too far apart, right? So the ribs literally tore apart, and you can literally see the air passing through. And there's a BB right there. So my first shoes, the Lalo Shadows, or whatever they were called, I have a review on those. Those things fell apart in a couple months, and those are expensive. So these cheap shoes fell apart in just the same period of time, but these are cheap, so at least I can accept that. Look at that, it's ridiculous. So I guess now I have to go back to buying some maybe mediocre priced shoes and something with a really thick sole, because these BBs just tear into stuff. I mean, this is a solid rubber sole. I think the problem is because that base is skeletonized. You know, the rubber, I mean, the BB doesn't have to go that far through. See? So, all right. Well, anyways, yeah. So I think for the money, you know, $2, $3, these are great. But the caveat is you can never take it apart again. So if you don't get it right the first time, you better have a backup pair. And this is very wasteful for the planet, you know. I want to reuse it, but now this is just garbage that's going to end up in your liver later on. So that's a shame. All right, well, I'll probably do another video whenever I find a better shoe system for airsoft. All right, take care.